Okay, when you are solving or trying to do word problems, the first thing I need you to do, and I will require this on your test, so get used to it, is define your variables. So that means you need to tell me what they stand for. The last line of the problem will usually tell you what they stand for. So for example, it's the very back. You're going to say like, let x be equal to what? Let y be equal to, that's not a y equal to what? So tell me what your letters stand for. You're either using x and y, or you're using like different letters that the problem stands for. It's up to you. Okay, you define your variables, and then you need to write your two equations. Write the two equations using your information given. And then how you solve is totally up to you. I don't care how you solve. On your test, you will be allowed to solve with Desmos if you'd like to solve with Desmos. Great. On your assignment today, you will have to solve using a variety of methods because I want you to actually review all three. Okay? Great. The hardest part is writing the equations. If you can write the equations, then you just got to solve from there, and that's the same as what we've been doing. Let's see. Okay, the school that Stefan goes to is selling tickets to a choral performance. On the first day of sales, the school sold 3 senior citizen tickets, 1 child ticket, for a total of $38. The school took in $52 on the second day by selling 3 senior citizen tickets and 2 child tickets. And then this is the part that you need to pay attention to at first. Find the price of a senior citizen ticket and a child ticket. That tells you what your variables should stand for, okay? So you are trying to find the price of a senior ticket and the price of a child ticket. So you need to right away tell me, okay, you can use S and C, or you can use X and Y, it doesn't really matter. Let X be equal to the price of what? A senior ticket? Like a senior citizen ticket, not a senior in high school. And let Y be equal to the price or money, right, of a child ticket. It's annoying, but at the end I expect you to explain your answer in words. And so right now you're telling yourself, okay, here's what I'm going to have these things stand for before I even start. And the last sentence will usually tell you. Okay. Now I'm going to read it again, and I would like to see if you can write these equations. Okay? I'll read it again. You have 2 equations. Let's see. The school sold, on the first day, the school sold 3 senior citizen tickets, 1 child ticket, for a total of $38. That's your first equation. The school took in $52 on the second day by selling 3 senior citizen tickets and 2 child tickets. My hint to you is that these either need to be in slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b, or they need to be in standard form, ax plus by equals c. So these are your 2 options today. You're asking yourself, am I using y equals mx plus b, or ax plus by equals c? You need to decide that. It might actually be a combo of both, but in this case, it's not. What is this one? I might think that you have the equation, or at least one of them. You got one? 3x plus 1y equals 38. 3 senior plus 1 child equals 38. 2 things in the total. It's in standard form. Okay, who wants to tell me the second one? Someone besides Liam? Same format. Lennon, do you have the second one? Austin, you have the second one? 3x plus 2y equals 52, because in the second day, you've got 3 senior plus 2 child equals $52. So 2 things in a total is in standard form. If you have a starting amount and then a change over and over, that's slope-intercept. There's none on this page that are slope-intercept. Okay, if you're looking at this, thinking about the methods we've done the last couple days, what would be a good way to solve this? Substitution or elimination? Probably elimination. You can multiply by -1. I'm feeling pretty lazy today, so I'm not even going to do that. We're actually going to go to Desmos now. Okay, so you found where it intersected on Desmos. That's great. Now you actually need to write your answer in words. Can you discuss with your table? What does that mean, 814? What is 8? What is 14? Okay, so you're going to say this in words. A senior, so final answer. A senior ticket. Hello. Go. No? Didn't like me? Senior ticket costs, I did ticks. Sorry. Costs $8, and for some reason, children are more expensive. They are 14. Okay. So the main things I need to see are what I'm boxing right now. I need to see the equations, the final answer, and then before you start, I need to see you define your variables, okay? So the let x, let y, or whatever variable you're using. If you don't want to use x and y, you want to use like a and o, because you got apples and oranges, great. If you started writing your equations and you haven't actually defined your variables yet, take a second and do that. Find the cost of one small box of oranges and one large box of oranges. So make sure that when you set up your equations, you're actually being consistent with that. So you can do S and L or whatever you'd like. I'm going to this time be crazy and say let S be the cost of a small box. Because it's not the number of small boxes, it does say the cost, which helps you interpret it correctly at the end. I'll say let L be the cost of a large box. That's the first thing you're required to do. You tell me what the variables stand for, and then you can go write your equations. I will write them on the board so you can check. You can use X and Y instead of S and L. I just sometimes like to use S and L so I don't get confused on what is what. What's that? 14? Okay, check your equations, and then you can use Desmos. Honestly, I don't even think I would use elimination on this one because it's so ugly. Numbers are going to get really big. So I wouldn't. I mean, you can. And if this is a test and you want to solve by elimination, by all means, you go ahead. Or you can just type it in Desmos and see where they cross. And that's fine too. Because on the EOC, you know what? You get to use Desmos. So why not? Okay, so your job, make sure you have all the critical information. The equations, defining your variables, and then you need to interpret what the actual point means, because I don't want your answer as a point. It's a word problem. We're dealing with money. And a large box is 13. Okay, you are not stupid if you don't know how to use Desmos, but it is stupid to not ask for help, so let me know. Okay?